Hey there everyone, Friendly Neighborhood Webhead here, and today I wanted to talk to you all about a curious idea that I was discussing with a friend of mine, and it's something that I'm pretty sure a pretty big number of, Nintendo fans have wished for, or, have at least thought of at some point. So the idea I'm going to relay to all of you, it may not actually be a new concept, but, still I felt like I wanted to discuss this with you all. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here's the gist of it. Basically, the idea that I was discussing with my friend is about a Nintendo game, that would unite all the franchises, all the most famous Nintendo franchises into one sole game. Now I know what you're thinking. Hello? This already exists in the form of Super Smash Bros. And okay, I get it, it's true. But what I'm going to say is that this, huge Nintendo crossover could be an RPG, whereas Smash Brothers is a fighting game. This Nintendo crossover could be, the equivalent of Smash Brothers, but, as a role-playing game. Because, we were talking about how awesome the Mario and Luigi RPGs are, and, just the whole role-playing game genre in general. Because, out of all the genres, role-playing games offer really deep stories, really awesome, well-developed characters, amazing gameplay, incredible music, and, it just has a lot of replay value. And when thinking upon all of Nintendo's famous, brands, their most beloved brands, well, there's a lot of stories to draw from because, we've got Mario from the Mushroom Kingdom, Link from Hyrule, and, just thinking about it, an RPG with all of these characters would be pretty awesome. The way that this could go about is that this RPG would be text-based, like with text-based dialogue instead of voice acting. So that way, none of Nintendo's beloved franchises would be compromised by voice acting, and therefore retain their uniqueness with text-based dialogue, such as, the kind you find in Pokemon, the kind you find in the Mario and Luigi games, and the kind you find in the Legend of Zelda games, where they're, text-based dialogue, and whatever, voice acting there is, it's just, relegated to grunts and groans, and, little details like that, and sounds. And, keeping the game simple in that regard would make for a nostalgic callback, to RPGs of the past, while also providing something fresh. And what the story would be about, I really don't know. I mean, at that point, I'm drawing a blank, because, okay, it could be that they all unite together to face a big threat that's threatening all of their worlds or whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, usually with crossovers, that's kind of a cliche. But, the masterminds at Nintendo, they're geniuses at coming up with stories, with pretty good stories, so if anyone would know how to make a very well-made story with all of these Nintendo characters, it would be the people at Nintendo themselves. I mean, just look at the Subspace Emissary storyline from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I mean, that storyline was pretty good. And, well, like I said, it basically pitted, all of the heroes versus a bigger threat than their own, and, something like that, but adding RPG elements into it. But I don't know. For example, when it would come to world exploration, you would choose, up to 6 party members, and you would cycle through all the numerous Nintendo characters available, and with each one that you select, they fall under a specific class. Kind of like Final Fantasy, how they have Dragoon, White Mage, Summoner, Black Mage, etc. Well, kind of like that, a class-based system for each individual party member so that they'd stick out, and that none of their abilities would be the same, because each one would have a unique perk that would aid in battle, that would add different advantages that would turn the tide of battle in, the hero's favor. And, seeing it like that, it could be pretty cool, because that way, in terms of abilities, you can learn different branching skill sets that it could build your character to being more of a brawler type, or maybe more of a magic using type, or maybe more of a there's just so many possibilities, and it would be pretty cool if Nintendo would go with this approach, because it would, it would ideally give the player the tools to be able to customize their party the way they want to, with their most beloved characters. But I don't know, this was just something random that me and my friend suddenly discussed upon, because we were talking about video games, specifically Super Smash Bros., and well, thinking upon Smash Bros., we thought that it would be awesome if there was an RPG of Super Smash Bros. One day, and I personally think that it would be an awesome idea. It would be pretty cool to add, that unique twist into the Smash Bros. Franchise. And if not Smash Bros., then just invent another name for this new RPG franchise that would include all of Nintendo's most beloved franchises. But I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud. What about all of you? Do you think it would be awesome if there was an RPG like this? And if so, what would you like in it? How would you envision the story, the gameplay, and other aspects of it? Whatever you think, let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. But anyways, this has been Friendly Neighborhood Webhead, signing out.